is deep right now. It's over.
It is all over! Just like that!
AJ made it very clear this week, even if he's on the bottom, he's going to make him work, make him take elbows, make him take strikes, make him feel like there's something always going on in the fight.
There we go. Now we're going to look for elbows off this position.
And you see it right there, Josh. No heel kicks.
Stop it.
As the fight goes on, those pay dividends. Nice elbow though.
That was a nice heavy elbow by Darian
Walk
Caldwell.
him to the cage. You're trying to break your base. Got to climb. Climb, young man, climb.
John, there's a lot of energy being used though right now by Darian to hold him in place. There's a lot of intensity. That type of stuff will tend to wear your gas tank out as the round goes on.
It is all over! Just like that! Darian Caldwell submitted by AJ McKee!
Darian's head is to the left, which is causing it to pinch as soon as he starts to bring that over. Look at what we've got here. Look at the crank on his head. He starts to get pressure on it. He's trying to relieve it with his arm. He can't do it. Now you see the tap.
And the figure four keeps him from trying to get his butt higher up in the air. You watch AJ McKee here. As he starts to put it on, he locks his leg figure four, so he can't try to back out. There's no way for him to posture and pop his head out. He's just putting pressure on that shoulder and that neck as well.
9th first round finish for AJ McKee.
But unable to sweep the standout wrestler Crutchmer, working from top position. And Crutchmer talking about the win in his Bellator debut, showing off his wrestling skill. He says he can use it whenever he needs it, and wow! There's a tap! What a submission by Kyle Crutchmer!
Love how Kyle Crutchmer decided to set that up. Crutchmer takes, laces from the neck to the arm. It's an anaconda is what he's doing. He never gets the legs, doesn't have to. He's got enough pressure and squeeze. He gets the submission win, even without hooking that leg against Scott Petrell.
Right.
Beautiful submission win by Kyle Crutchmer. Get anything or back out. Get this fight back to your feet. Comes a foot block position. He's going for a knee bar right now, Mike. Needs to keep that extended. He's got a real ability to get it now. It's bad.
Trying to lock it in.
Yep.
And it is all over! Just like that! Lewis Long with another submission victory.
You saw when he entwined the leg here, he goes for this knee bar. You saw Giovanni almost get his leg back. He would have tried to get his other leg figure for it, but he wasn't able to. You see Lewis Long extends, pressure with the hips. That knee bar is hyperextending that knee. That is a bad position to be in. You see the bend on the leg. Beautiful submission by Lewis Long. AJ going back to that Kimura grip. He's got this. Adele's in deep trouble now. Going to push that arm out with his foot. Nice job. Take your time. You have nothing but time to work this.
Looking at his corner.
Now going towards the triangle.
Wants to finish. And it is all over! AJ Agazarm! Winner by submission!
Drop your hand.
That was very impressive if you think about the way that fight had gone.
See what he does, he shoved his foot through, so even if Adele sat up into him and went right to the triangle, and if Adele was able to actually lay over his leg, that would have been fine as well, because he could have still tried to finish the arm.
A lot of dents in the gas tank, makes it to where you just get tired. Beautiful transition right into mount, Mike.
You see the full, well-rounded MMA game of Oliver Enkamp on display here in the first 4 minutes of this fight. Heavy elbows.
Big elbows right there, dodging up. Enkamp out of position. Looking, he can switch to a Darce. He can go to a Japanese necktie right here. He's got the leg. He's going Japanese necktie.
It is all over! Oliver Enkamp! Another first-round finish inside the Bellator cage. How good was that?
Take a look. You see that grip right there? That's telling you, Mike, he has got that neck. And now as he brings the leg in, look at what happens to the head. The head gets cranked. It's half cranked, half choked. but it hurts. And you see the tap. Look at where his face is at, Mike. When this thing is on and it's on tight, I want you to look at the position of Emmanuel Dawa's head. Look at how his head is being cranked into his own body. That is a painful submission. That is why you get that tap. Outstanding.
John Kavanagh saying track him. That is to say, keep the body triangle at the right place, grapevine in with the left, and make sure you stay with him as he tries to escape. The last thing you want to do is lose the position.
Just technically excellent this from Gallagher. Looks for the favored RNC again.
Cal again pushes up on the elbow, relieves the pressure from the crank. Cal's a survivor though, and you know what? In the MMA game, if he can escape from this, he could get some good stuff going. Oh, that looks a little bit better here. It looks like he may have that choke on a little bit better.
Gallagher looking for the finish here in the first round. Eleanor's under pressure. Gallagher thinks he's got it, and he has. The Jimmy Show rocks into Milan.
For sure. Cal Eleanor did his best to defend. He got out a couple of times, but like quicksand, it was all over in the first round. James Gallagher, after multiple attempts, gets the rear naked choke in. You see the full figure four there, the arm underneath the chin. Cal Eleanor holding on, but only one choice, and it's a tap. Beautiful win here for James Gallagher tonight. What a performance.
He is right now. Work at getting back to your feet. Make him have to work at keeping you down.
Boric defeated former champion Pat Curran with that flying knee that led to the ground and pound in San Jose in his first fight of the tournament. Caldwell went the distance with Corrales.
So what I'd like to see from Darren Caldwell is him pushing the head down, him making Adam use a lot of energy to try to get back up to his feet. Nicely done on the rear naked.
The fact that he had that arm trapped, he was holding it, that is deep right now. It's over.
It is all over! Just like that! Darren Caldwell advances! Here comes the backflip!
But then it was the one, look at that hand. Look at Darian's right hand controlling the left hand of Boric. That is what sets this up, because he pulls on the arm and swings that left arm around the neck, gets the left arm around the neck, and when Adam misses that hand, he's in trouble.
At all times, you have to keep that chin tucked. There's never a moment where you can let that person think that they can get a submission. He let it slip for a second, and that's all it took with Darren Caldwell.
And Josh, what did we just talk about? First round finishes. 7 of his 8 career finishes have come in the first round.
Right side, kick guard. Well done, get the left on the hook.
I start getting a little bit busier though on that ground and pound. Other guys really throwing any strikes. Nice step over. Looks like he's working on that neck on that guillotine.
He almost tapped there.
And it's all over! George Hardwick by submission!
He drops down on the double lift, big slam, able to get into half guard right away and didn't end up into a full guard. Nicely done, getting that shoulder pressure. So Kylie goes to sit up and he wraps the chin. You see him wrap the chin right there. He steps over the full body, nicely done. Hips in, almost gets the tap right there. Thought he was okay. There he goes. Once he posted the hand, was able to arch that back fully. There's the tap.
Giving very clear instructions. That's one of the best things about these closed door, no audience shows. We can always hear the corners. And Danny is just listening to her coaching staff beautifully. You can hear John Kavanagh. This is just an exhausting pace to keep up. I mean, the amount of work that Danny did from her back to get back up, then to go on the offense here and the grappling. Lopez working now towards what looks to be maybe a turtle position to try to get back up, but she almost gave her neck up there. I think you saw a moment ago, it looked like Milan was going to sneak her left arm in. She's going to go for the choke again here, Dave.
Yeah, Lopez is fading and tiring and in trouble and gone, and it is the win for Danny Nealon. The tap from round Lopez down.
Just look at that ground and pound, those short punches, but not just that. It's all about her weight. It's about her float here in this position. It was about her forearm, framing her down to the mat to get those punches in even more. And once Claire Lopez started to turn and try to work an escape, Nealon stayed with the position. Didn't even need to get the hooks in here. You can see her get that full figure four, stretching her out a little bit, and flattened out. There's only one way to go, and that is tap with the feet.
He just did what Juan Archuleta was not able to do. He was able to scoop him up, pick him up, take him down. Take him where he wanted as well. But like I said, I've trained personally with Eagle on the ground. His jiu-jitsu is very, very good. You know, and the transitions and the sweeps as well as some of the attacks. It's not something I expected from someone his size, to be honest. And I was like, oh wow, you're really dangerous. You know, and then you match that up with his power on the feet. And now you see him being composed the way that Patricio and Patricia have been lately. And it's a totally different Eagle on the ground.
The one thing that we're seeing out of Eagle right now is exactly what you're saying, composure. Composure is what you want to fight, because you're going to get hit in fights. Don't let that make you mad. Just eventually get yours back.
Midway point of this fight, our buddy Jay Glazer gets his tweet in perfectly because it is all over. Just like that, another submission finish for Leandro Alter Ego.
The wrist here starts playing with Bandejas' hand because he's just sneaking in that choke. Once he gets it locked on, that jaw is getting crushed. That is pain. It's not that he's going to get pushed out, but the pain of that jaw crush is why Ricky Bandejas tapped.
Yeah, one of the positions there as far as the figure four is what keeps him locked into that position, and everything from there is hand fighting. So as he's trying to threaten those chokes and get there, it's all hand fighting. And you see him, like you said, he never got underneath the chin, but he was able to lock it in behind the head there and start to squeeze. We've seen that submission used several times. Like you said, it's not going to choke you out, but it could potentially break your jaw.
Will dislocate your jaw, you know.
She doesn't want to hang out there, though, and start losing the position.
I love the look on Ava Knight's face right now. She's relaxed, not worrying, but she cannot make big mistakes from this position. She needs to understand it's doing things technically right that will get you out. Right now you can see an Americana attempt by Emily King. She talked about, I love to hunt for submissions, and that's what she's doing right now.
Her ground game she calls her biggest asset as she gets the mount. Now looks for the finish.
We saw in her first fight, though. She fought out of a lot of these type of positions, was able to get on top and land the knockout.
Did, and she's going to get in the top position right here.
Nice job early from Ava Knight.
She said she learned the mistake from last time. I still see it, though. She's hanging out in that position. She needs to back out and get away and continue to stay on her feet.
Give some credit to Emily King here. Opened her professional career with 3 setbacks. She has won her last 3 fights as she makes her Bellator debut tonight. 2 of those wins, John, by submission. Got a hook in.
Right now, Emily King is playing her game. Ava is only defending. She keeps on getting put into bad positions right here. You can only fight off so many submissions.
That's around the neck, and it's in deep. She's got to reach back to the head.
That is deep trouble. She's going to end up going to sleep.
It's all over! Just like that!
Now she hooks inside with her left leg, brings the other hook over, and now starts to flatten her out. Look at the pressure coming down with the hips. And then that squeeze, and I give it to Ava Knight. She did not tap. You can see she's trying to put up with it. It's going to sleep time.